Three people stand on a metal platform above a pool of water, illuminated by a bright turquoise light. Two individuals, a woman and a man, are on the platform, looking down into the water. The man wears glasses and has a beard.
Washington State University helps power the nuclear industry.
A close-up view from below shows metal structures submerged in the reactor water.
There's a shortage of nuclear workers in general, and so our focus is on reaching out to students earlier in their career and giving them experience at a nuclear facility like ours so that they can learn how to be reactor operators and how to safely work inside this facility.
Corey Hines, the director of the Washington State University Nuclear Science Center, a man with glasses and a beard, stands in the turquoise-lit reactor room, looking at the camera. Text appears: Corey Hines, Director, Nuclear Science Center and NICS Core Facility. Corey speaks in a close-up, then gestures while talking to Lila Lumser, a young woman with long, dark, curly hair, as they stand on the platform above the reactor. Three reactor operators stand behind a counter in a brightly lit room.
We have more than 60 years of experience educating nuclear scientists and reactor operators.
Corey and Layla converse in a close-up on the platform. Layla approaches a glass door with the number 2480 on it, then opens it and walks inside. Text appears: Dodgen Research Facility.
I typically arrive around 6:30 to 6:45 in the morning.
Layla's hand reaches for a small, wooden item labeled Lumser, Lila on a shelf. She stands in the reactor room, looking at the camera.
I'll start by making sure our reactor is safe to run before operation that day.
Text appears: Layla Lumser, Technical Assistant, Reactor Operator. Layla stands with her back to the camera, operating a complex control console in the reactor control room, then speaks in a close-up.
If I'm the only reactor operator, I'll typically do a startup.
Layla looks up from the console, observing the reactor room through a window.
I'll get us the power and I'll watch over the console for a few hours.
Layla kneels and uses a Geiger counter to check for contamination on the floor.
We'll do swipes and surveys to make sure there's no contaminations in any of the labs here at the facility.
A close-up shows the Geiger counter displaying numbers. Lila writes on a paper while another female student looks over her shoulder. Layla and two other students sit on a couch, reviewing documents and writing.
Undergraduate students from any major can get the education and training they need to become licensed reactor operators at WSU.
Two reactor operators work on the platform above the reactor, adjusting equipment. Layla stands in the reactor room, speaking to the camera.
At the time, I was a double major in material science engineering as well as mechanical engineering.
Layla sits opposite another student in the reactor control room, talking, then speaks in a close-up, smiling.
I think it's pretty cool saying I can operate a nuclear reactor.
Yellow, caution radiation area, signs are visible in the reactor room.
Interest in nuclear power is soaring worldwide.
A close-up of a pressure gauge on a machine in the reactor room. Corey stands in the reactor room, speaking to the camera.
In the industry, they are very well-paying jobs.
Lila and another student sit at the control console, discussing.
Yes, it is highly technical work that requires a lot of skill and a lot of experience.
A person shines a flashlight into the reactor pool. Corey and Layla converse on the platform above the reactor. Corey speaks in a close-up.
We also are expanding our facility to include more research and development space and more training opportunities that are truly unique in the nation.
Corey and Lila stand on the platform, looking out over the reactor room, then are seen in a close-up, talking on the platform.
When I graduate, I hope to stay here as a reactor operations engineer for a couple years and then work my way into the nuclear engineering field.
Layla adjusts equipment on the platform. Corey walks past her on the platform. Three reactor operators are in the control room, one leaning on the counter, another looking down, and a third with arms crossed.
If it wasn't for the staff that we have here at the facility and the knowledge base that we've got to pull on here inside the center, we wouldn't be able to meet our mission of training students for the workforce of the future.
Our impact goes beyond numbers. WSU delivers.
Two reactor operators work together on the platform, examining equipment. A wide shot shows the reactor pool and the platform above it. Two reactor operators work at the control console. Layla, wearing a graduation cap and gown, smiles and waves in a crowd of graduating students. A crimson circle appears over Layla with white text, WSU Delivers. A white cougar head logo appears on a solid crimson background. Text appears, Washington State University.